In today's video, we are taking you back in time to reveal the stories behind some of America's most captivating abandoned places. From a forgotten island prison colony to the last remnants of gold mining towns. Some of these locations still stand today, while others have been reduced to mere whispers of their former selves. But they all share one thing in common: place has a story to tell. So get ready to explore the whispers of the past and uncover the hidden stories of these eerie deserted towns. Do you hear that? The wind is whispering secrets through the rusted swing set. It seems like just yesterday that children were laughing here. But now, the only sounds that break the silence are the squawk of crows and the crunch of gravel underfoot. All around you, the foundations of homes are crumbling and broken glass glitters like scattered jewels in the sun. Welcome to the forgotten town of Centralia, Pennsylvania, where the past refuses to stay buried. Our journey begins with the haunting drone shot soaring over a desolate landscape where time seems to have stood still. Faded signs of life linger in the overgrown streets, offering glimpses into the town's former vibrancy. What was once a thriving community now stands as a chilling reminder of the relentless passage of time. The wind rustles through the decaying buildings, creating an eerie symphony that echoes the town's forgotten stories. And what might that story be? Well, it all began back in 1962, when a seam of underground coal ignited beneath the town. The fire smoldered silently, gradually consuming the vital support structures of this small community. As the earth trembled and cracks spread across the ground, residents were forced to flee their homes, leaving behind a life that had been abruptly interrupted. Today, the town remains a ghost, its streets eerily silent, its houses reduced to crumbling shadows of their former selves. Visitors can only wander among the ruins and imagine the laughter and life that once filled this place. But the story doesn't end there, because hidden beneath the surface, that fire continues to burn, serving as a constant reminder of the town's tragic fate. And as we move further into the town, we begin to see some of the things left behind by the townspeople. An old bicycle leans against a wall as if its owner simply stepped away for a moment. Windows and mirrors lie shattered, reflecting fragments of a life that once was. And the trunks of cars peek out from under collapsed buildings, their engines forever silenced. As we continue our exploration, the whispers of the past grow louder. You can almost hear the echo of children's voices playing in the streets, the murmur of conversations exchanged on front porches, and the gentle strum of a guitar drifting from an open window. Centralia may be a ghost town now, but its spirit lives on in the rustling leaves and the swaying trees. It's a place where memories linger and the past refuses to stay buried. Before we move on to our next location, take a moment to appreciate the haunting beauty of this abandoned swimming pool. The turquoise waters, once a sight of summer fun and laughter, now lie stagnant and shrouded in mystery. The diving board creaks ominously in the wind, inviting us to take a plunge into the unknown. Imagine the joyous splashes and cheers that once echoed here. Now picture the silence that has replaced them. This pool is a powerful symbol of a town frozen in time, a place where happiness was once abundant and life moved at a carefree pace. But as we gaze into the pool's murky depths, we can't help but wonder about the stories of those who swam here. Did they ever imagine that their laughter would one day fade into silence? What secrets do the tiles beneath the water hold? And what stories do they whisper to those who dare to listen? But let's move on to another place that's not as destroyed, but still has its own secrets to tell. Our next stop takes us to the remote Alcatraz Island in the heart of San Francisco Bay. Here, we find the remnants of the island's prison colony, a place where history and mystery intertwine. Established in the mid-19th century, the prison colony was once home to some of the most notorious criminals in American history. Their stories are etched into the very fabric of the island, waiting for us to uncover them. As we explore the abandoned cells and solitary confinement areas, we can almost feel the weight of their presence. The cold, damp walls seem to whisper tales of despair and confinement, while the barred windows offer glimpses into a bleak and unforgiving past. We'll also visit the hospital, a place where the sick and injured were treated with little regard for their suffering. The operating room, complete with vintage medical equipment, serves as a chilling reminder of the harsh realities of life inside the prison walls. Imagine the pain and suffering that occurred here, the desperation and fear that hung heavy in the air. These are the stories that haunt these abandoned rooms, stories that refuse to be forgotten. But our journey doesn't end there, because hidden within the prison grounds lies a cemetery where the secrets of the dead are laid to rest. Among the weathered headstones and crumbling mausoleums, we'll encounter the final resting places of former inmates and prison personnel. Each grave holds a story of loss, sacrifice, and the enduring legacy of a bygone era. As we stand among the graves, the whispers of the past come alive. We'll hear the echoes of footsteps, the sound of distant screams, and the mournful toll of a prison bell. The cemetery is a place where the living and the dead converge, where the secrets of Alcatraz Island's darkest days are kept safe and sound. Our next stop is the Goldfield ghost town in California, where the remnants of a mining camp come to life before our eyes. Established in the late 19th century, this ghost town was once a bustling hub of activity. The narrow streets were filled with the sights and sounds of miners seeking their fortune, saloon keepers serving up drinks, and shopkeepers peddling their wares. But as the gold dried up, so did the town, leaving behind a collection of weathered buildings and faded dreams. In the saloon, we'll find dusty bottles and overturned chairs, as if the patrons simply vanished into thin air. Outside, a weathered sign creaks in the wind, offering a glimpse into the town's Wild West history. Then there's the jail, a stark reminder of the lawlessness that once prevailed. We can almost hear the clink of chains and the murmur of prisoners awaiting their fate. The jail cell doors stand open, inviting us to step inside and imagine the stories of those who were locked up here. And as we explore the town's remaining structures, the whispers of the past will guide us through the stories of love, loss, adventure, and despair. We'll discover the tales of those who lived, worked, and died in Goldfield, piecing together the town's rich history one faded photograph and weathered document at a time. As we make our way through the town, we'll stumble upon a weathered schoolhouse, its roof caved in, its windows shattered, but its bell still standing strong. We'll listen closely to the wind as it chimes through the bell, carrying the faint echoes of children's laughter and the somber tones of a schoolmarm's voice. The schoolhouse whispers tales of a bygone era when education was a beacon of hope in a rugged and unforgiving land. But our journey through Goldfield's whispers doesn't end there, because hidden amidst the ruins, we'll find a treasure trove of artifacts, each one telling a story of its own. A miner's pickaxe leans against a weathered wall, its handle worn smooth by years of use. A horseshoe hangs from a wooden beam, a silent witness to the town's fortunes. And in the dusty attics of abandoned buildings, we'll uncover faded photographs and personal belongings left behind by the town's former residents. Each item is a tangible link to the past, a whisper from a bygone era that brings the town's history to life before our eyes. As we continue our journey through the whispers of the past, we come across an old cemetery where the final resting places of Goldfield's pioneers and settlers await our discovery. Among the weathered headstones and crumbling monuments, we'll find the graves of those who lost their lives in pursuit of the American dream. Each inscription tells a story of hope, hardship, and resilience in the face of adversity. We'll take a moment to read the names and dates etched into the stone, remembering the human stories behind the faded engravings. The cemetery whispers tales of a bygone era when life on the frontier was a constant struggle for survival. And as we explore the overgrown paths and moss-covered statues, we'll feel the weight of their legacy and the sacrifices they made to build a new life in a rugged and untamed land. What did you think of these mysterious places? Which one piqued your interest the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. See you next time.